So I did a channel for you before this reading, and I got somebody going, shh, and you were in a library. You know when you're in a library and there's like always that one completely edgy librarian who's like, shh, shh, all the time. So I mean, who shushes a Virgo in a library anyway? But then I got to thinking, who's silencing you? Or what price is your silence worth? And then I got to thinking a bit deeper, and that card is for you. Oh my God. Maybe we should look at this card first. Let me just put my hand over all the T and the A, because YouTube doesn't really like me to have a lot of copulation in my tarot cards. We got the Devil. Yes, we have. Okay. When you've got the Devil, you kind of have to ask yourself, what are the chains that I'm in? What chains me? What binds me? What ties me? Okay. So this is your May 2026 tarot reading. And it's going to be a hot one. Whether that means you're kind of burning in hell or burning with desire, I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. That one and that one. Oh my God. This card has come out a lot. The Lovers. You've got the Lovers, okay? Now, there may be a choice in love. There may be a relationship dynamic going on here. I said relationship then as well. Oh my God. A relationship or a relationship? That is the question. Don't think Shakespeare ever said that. I'm having a caffeinated coffee, by the way. I think I'd better just point that out. The Lovers is a choice. It can be a choice in love or a relationship, or it can be a choice in direction, life direction. It's quite a big choice. It's not like a little choice. You know, shall I do this? Shall I do that? It's more, am I going to go off in this direction for the next 5 years? Am I going to go off in that direction? And what you're doing affects this choice. Okay? Now, we also get with it the Seven of Cups, which is a card that says, don't blow over into your Pisces side, which is your opposite sign, and get caught up in some kind of fantasy. There's a lot going on here, isn't there? There is a lot going on. What is at the heart of this matter for Virgo, the heart of this choice, but also for some of you with that Devil card there? The choice is kind of between being shushed, being good, being controlled, and being free. Now, as a sign, and let me know in the comments about this, I don't think you yearn for freedom in the same way that some other signs like Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, like they do. But people don't always know that there are other sides to a Virgo. You're not just the sort of the one that does the right thing in the zodiac. Yes, you do the right thing, but everybody has their own private desires and their own story, basically. So there's something here about your story and whether your story is going to be heard. Loving that I just pulled the Hermit. This is your card. This is who you are. Most Virgos are naturally introverted. I do know some, quite a lot actually, and maybe it's the same as it is with Aquarius, because I think you do share a ruler with Aquarius. That you're one of those, is it called an ambivert? Where I think the majority of the time you're introverted, but then someone will find you on stage, playing a guitar or doing something. So for the most part though, you kind of do your own thing quite elegantly. So there's something here about a choice. There's something here about a fork in the road. You're coming to a fork in the road. Okay, let's take some more cards. Coming to a fork in the road. What do we need to know? We've got the Hermit, we've got the Lovers, we've got the Devil. What a collection. What a dinner party. Yes, darling, I've invited the Devil, the Lovers, both of them, and the Hermit. But he never comes out. He'll come to our party, darling. Ooh, okay. Ace of Wands. There's risk involved. Not normally a Virgo thing. Not famous for your risk-taking abilities. This is going outside of your comfort zone. This is a choice. Freedom is a choice here. Now, I don't know if this is coming out. It could be coming out in everything, in your relationships, in your career, in your life structure. We are going to look at love and relationships in the second half of the reading. But this is important. Are you towing the line? And are you sick of towing the line? I was going to write this down, and I normally have like a receipt knocking around, but I don't. I'll find something in a minute. Okay, by the way, if this is resonating, please do hype the video. Hype is YouTube's best kept secret. It's like a secret sliding door. Go down to where the comments are on your phone and slide it to the left, and it will say you can hype this video. And please do hype the video. Virgo's been brilliant at hyping the video, so thank you. And if you are resonating with the video, show YouTube. Give it some hype points. There's a leaderboard somewhere. I have no idea how to access it. I know. We have the Four of Wands. This is nice. Normally the Four of Wands is set out in a bit more of a spectacular way of this one than this one. But for a Virgo, I like this because it's more realistic. Okay, so if you are Ace of Wanding it into the Four of Wands, you are taking a risk. You are going in for something different. You're going to get a different outcome, which I like. Now, you might find in your relationships at work, with your friends and family, in your WhatsApp groups, you know, we have relationships across all media now. There's a certain lack of compliance that I'm picking up from you that I'm rather liking, but not everybody's going to like it. I know you're the sign of service. I know you're the reliable one for lots of people, and I'm really glad about that. But this says you need to move beyond that. You need to move beyond being the reliable one. You need to move beyond being the serviceable one. You need to move beyond being polite, if that's the right word. I think it is. How does this affect your relationships? Let's take a couple of cards for that. I'm using a different... Ooh, lordy, that's good. Using a different deck for relationships. Using a bit more of a smoking hot deck. Perhaps that's good. Take one more. Nice! That's the Four of Wands that I was on about. This is great! Six of Wands. This is the Yeehaw success card. Six of Wands is being triumphant. And I can't help but think that kind of sticking your neck out here is going to pay dividends. Whether it's in your love life, whether it's in your work life, whether it's in any part of your life. There's going to be a big payoff for it. Also, there's a certain kind of freedom in the way this gal is riding the horse. She's just like, balls to the wall, let's go. You know, full pelt, full gallop. That's quite scary. But she doesn't care. She's in the moment. And I think what I'm saying here for your love life, but for your whole life, is live in the moment. Virgos very often live in the past and in the future because of the need for a secure framework about what you're doing. So Virgo wants some sort of, works better with a framework of guarantees, or at least high probability. But there's something here about stuff it, go for it. ride off into the sunset. Try something. And then we get another 6. Sixes are kind of auspicious numbers in tarot. For me, they feel like there's an electricity in a situation, like something's happening. We get the 6 of Swords, moving onwards. Even if a situation is mildly difficult, very difficult, or just stuck, there's something here about going forwards. You know, boats that have people in generally don't stay still. Doesn't do them any good. And then we get the Ace of Pentacles. This is such a great love card. It's very much overlooked in terms of the 10 of Cups. You know, everybody wants that plink and fizz, like woohoo! But the Ace of Pentacles is something you can build on. Something solid. Something that's what you're looking for. This is what you want. This is what you find acceptable. This is what you need. And this is what, it's like a weird combination of taking a risk, but getting a secure reward, which I love. And then that's the 4 of Wands. Can you see that that is a bit more celebratory, a bit more yeehaw, a bit more welcome home? But it is the same meaning in the cards. So this is something about there being an opportunity for celebration, for a portal of luck opening up around a love situation, but also around friendship. You could make a very good friend at this time. You could meet someone at this time. You could reunite with a school friend or something that was very kind of dear to you at one time. I'm getting a sort of hometown vibe here. Or you could meet someone who is very much someone you feel like you've known before. And I'm just going to take for that, and you're the only sign I've done this with, if I can even get the cards out, I'm going to take a past life card for it. Weird and wonderful, I know. Okay. I feel like maybe in your younger years, in your more pliant time of being a child and a teenager, young teenager, like 13, 14, that you were not too compliant. You didn't really have a choice about being compliant and being silenced. Maybe you were the quiet one at school that never bothered anybody, but you got overlooked. There's something here about standing out. This is very interesting. Past life for you, I get Celtic. So you may have an interest in Celtic things, Celtic artwork. I've got a Celtic tarot deck that's gorgeous, actually. In the stonework, in the history. But you also get the High Priest and High Priestess. See, that's quite weird for Virgo. And I like it. And it's falling in your love and relationships. And this is like meeting somebody or moving on with somebody to a point that feels, I don't know, it's kind of weird and wonderful. I'm just going to look what she says for the High Priestess. There it is. You probably already know that you were a High Priestess during one of a prior lifetimes. Most people who held these roles have a conscious sense of still knowing that. Time to reignite your spiritual power, healing, teaching, helping. Releasing insecurities about your spiritual abilities. Now, this is also important for this card. Releasing any insecurities you have about your abilities to kind of roll with the punches, but also have your own hunches about what's right. It seems silly, and the signs you get are going to be weird, but I would listen to them. So you've got connections here with Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England. You may be an Anglophile. wittering on about Stonehenge and King Arthur's Camelot, the old religion, healing herbs, wisdom from trees. Schedule visits to the United Kingdom. Come here, it's gorgeous, we've got good trees. An island, stone circles, castles, spiritual artifacts can trigger additional healing memories. Now, apart from your love life, I think there may also be an expansion in your learning and your mission, you know, your mission on the planet. And also, and this is just completely weird, but I know this will really resonate with somebody, the person that you are either connected with now or connected with next will have a Celtic connection in terms of working with artifacts or with the country, with the UK, with Ireland. Oof, what's going on here? Some of you have got some insecurities and worries in your love life. Yes, okay, I get it. We've got the Nine of Swords, which is always a card that says you've got things on your mind and you're trying to think your way through them. You're trying to work your way through them. You're trying to work them out, which for a Virgo is a very natural thing. But I don't think that your best situation here relies on any kind of rationale or logic, because you also get, and look at what we get, the High Priestess. Just saying, that resonated really highly with me. High Priestess. Virgo, fortune is going to favour the brave with you, okay? The more you, and your risks are always going to be sensible because you're a Virgo, so don't worry too much about that. But the more you push, the more breakthrough you're going to get. You're on the cusp of a breakthrough here. The High Priestess is kind of telling you that. The evidence probably isn't. So if you're, I'm getting a channel of you like working a relationship out on an abacus. If you're trying to put something together and you're wondering why it's not working, it's what's happening. It's like when nothing is happening, everything is happening. It's what's happening behind the scenes. It's the hunches that you're getting that seem completely crazy. Yes. Yes. Okay. We get the Six of Cups. When you get that sweet little Six of Cups card, there is a longing for home, for someone who feels like home. This is really important. Somebody feels like home to you for whatever reason, and it is not logical. And that's home in terms of ancestral home, weirdly linked through history. I know this is weird, by the way. This is not my normal thing. I don't normally go into past lives, but if it comes up, I do run with it because that's my job. You have a very strong link to somebody. It's past life link, it's you feel like home, it's illogical, Captain, okay? Illogical, Captain. You get the Three of Cups, you get the Six of Cups. You are connected to somebody, and it's a very strange feeling of connection, and I get it because you also get the Nine of Wands. There is a need for you to also have boundaries and protect yourself at the same time. Card just flung out on its own. There will be an extended love reading that I'm doing in a minute. In the extended love reading, Virgo, you get a deck for you, a deck for your other person, your love interest, and then you get a deck in the middle, which is the bridge, what joins you together. Then we also take shadow cards. What challenges you? What's your best course of action? What is the next outcome? What is surfacing and soon to become known? My third eye is itching. Oh, yes. The link will be below for that one. We then get the Knight of Wands. This is nice. Knight of Wands is like, giddy up, let's go. Okay. And get on the bloody horse. I mean, it's honestly, maybe you don't have to get on the horse because you're riding your horse and they're riding theirs. Be very interested to see if the Chariot comes up in the extended reading. Virgo, I like it. A spicy reading for you. Okay, I'm going to go and start the extended reading. You can click the link below and I will see you there. Do hype the video, leave a comment, and most of all, thank you for being here. Namaste.